But I've got two units here. Both of them are cooling. Haven't had any issues with the cooling, at least not complaints from the customer. This needs a coil cleaning because I can feel the fan blowing here. It's gonna be a split coil and we need to clean it. That one wasn't a complaint, this one was. I just went down and kicked the fan on the other one. They said the blower on that one sounds like it's moving a whole lot of air. This one did not sound right for some reason. And I can hear I can feel airflow downstairs, but if I had to guess just by listening to it, there ain't no belt on that thing. It's probably loose, maybe the pulley adjusted. These are about 2 years old, so from the factory, you know how they are. We'll have rub outs on all the cap tubes, all the wires will be hanging where they shouldn't be, and the pulley set screw was probably never set, and it might have backed itself off. There goes the cooling. I'm suspecting this one runs less because I've got much better airflow on this one. Up, not out. Let's get our panels off and see what's going on inside. Nothing too far out of the ordinary here. The Belimo economizer. I'm just gonna shut it off because we gotta get in the blower. There's something going on over there. No wires rubbing that I can see. Looks like there's going to be an unloader on the back of that compressor, and it is a single compressor, 2-stage. That solenoid is your second stage of cooling. Fixed orifice on top, TXV on the first stage on the bottom. All this looks fairly normal. No major issues, nothing to see here. Let's pop the blower door off. You can learn a lot from your customers if you just listen. These guys are in here all day. This is just a drop. Supply drop down, diffusers on either side of just a plenum box, basically. So the people working in there, it's just kind of a warehouse space. They listen to these all the time. And what they noticed and why they called in was a different noise than usual. It was blowing less out of one side than the other. And that's why we're slipping. And that's what I was hearing. Pulley's hot because it's been slipping, so you can feel the heat inside there, and we've got a whole lot of dust. I mean, you can see it's worn. It doesn't look unevenly worn, but it's clearly worn down worse than the others. I don't see a date on that one. It might be new. How well you can tell, you probably can on camera, but it's definitely worn down. So what I'll do is I'll get a rag, we'll wipe all the pulleys down, make sure we give our bearings a feel. Sounds good, feels good. That was riding in the pulley pretty far. I don't know. What I'm probably gonna do is go check that one too. That looks like a smaller unit. I have to check it and see, but just see where that pulley's riding. Nothing's loose. A lot of times what happens is they forget it's an adjustable pulley, so this won't get tightened, or this actual set screw to secure it on the shaft won't get tightened. And I've seen them as they're spinning unthread themselves because there's threads that you can adjust the pulley in and out. These things have been here for 2 years and I haven't had any problems, or at least that I know of. No other complaints, so I'm not gonna go adjusting pulleys unless I have to. It's late in the day anyway, so we're just gonna clean it up and get maybe this belt on it. I'd say that belt's got some, usually you rub it across your hand and see if you get any of that black belt dust, and if you do, it's used. If you don't, it's probably not. In game here, we'll get the belt on and get a good airflow and all that, but in game's going to be that airflow. Felt like we needed to clean the condenser. I don't know if they're doing maintenance or what's been done or what's being done, but we need to come back and just get brand new belts, clean the coils, and just get them ready for the summer. It's May now. We're going into June, so they're going to need all the cooling they can get at some point. So we do have clean filters. The media usually means somebody is contracted to change the filters. Screw the thing there. Look at, don't run your thermostat wire this way. I mean, come on, man. That's not acceptable. Find another place to put it. You can't just run it up through the economizer. This economizer opens all the way one day and starts economizing. You're gonna pinch that. It's rubbing on the metal anyways, so it's probably gonna become a problem at some point, regardless of whether the economizer pinches it or not. But we'll note all that. We need to clean the coils and get new belts anyway, so let's get that on. Get a new belt on, or a used belt on. I think this one, even though it looks the worst, is probably going to be the best. This is an old Browning. I'm assuming an old one. This other belt, the rounded is Gates, and if they're the smaller ones like this, it's Gates. Browning is usually more of that type of cog. So let's get on that on there and see what it looks like. That guy is a smaller unit. I adjusted the belt, it wasn't nearly as loose. I'm working on getting this adjusted. Motor mount, leave those bolts in. Loosen that one, loosen that one. Same thing on the back side. You got 2 bolts that hold this entire plate in, and then you move these up or down to adjust, and you can see with just the weight. Actually, I'm going the wrong damn way now. I'm gonna try to video something and then you do stupid shit. But you can see it moving down. And that's just the weight of the motor pushing down. So I'm gonna get a little more snug than that. That's still a little loose. You don't want to go over tight on these. They don't need to be really tight, but you want them snug. That's probably pretty good right there. We're gonna come back with new belts anyway, so this will be all right for a little while. But I'm pretty happy with that. Lock these back down, lock them together, and then make sure you tighten everything else back up, and you ought to be good. We'll see what this sounds like now. That sounds a whole lot more normal. The true test is going to be down there. As soon as I walk down, they're probably going to be like, oh, that sounds like it used to. But I'm not doing much recording down there. So we're going to be all right here. This was just a quick video. I didn't really plan on recording. I say that a lot because I really don't. I just come up and I'm like, let's record something, because I try to keep stuff out there. Hope it helps somebody. We're going to set up a maintenance on both of these, get them cleaned up and new belts and all that good stuff, and we'll go from there. Leave a tray better than you found it. I'll see y'all next time. Not everything we do is rocket surgery, especially when you know what you're looking at. And I just put a belt on, or tightened a belt on that guy. I actually tightened a belt on this guy. This guy was running cool and there was no complaints about it. I tightened the belt anyways because they're units right next to each other. If you get a call on a dirty coil, say this condenser's dirty, you clean it, run away, I'll bet that condenser's the same. But something made me think, this says Carrier on it, and I might want to open this panel and just see what might be inside. So, I mean, they've secured pretty well. That's gonna be a problem. Say there's a little vibration there on that line. And I'd say that is a big problem. A big problem that's not become a problem yet. I'm gonna get in here and get all these cap tubes cleaned up. If it says Carrier or Bryant, find the cap tube that's rubbing and the wire, fix it before it becomes a problem for somebody. Leave a cherry bear and you found it. Carrier. I'll see y'all next time.